Put salt in these 5 places in your home and attract a lot of money in 2025. What if money problems aren't about money at all? What if I told you, your money problems have nothing to do with money? Not your job, not your skills, not even your spending habits, but something far more subtle, something hidden in the very walls of your home. Sounds strange? Maybe even a little superstitious? Yet for centuries, Buddhist monks and ancient masters have understood a truth that modern minds often ignore. Energy precedes reality. Your home isn't just where you sleep, it's where your intentions, emotions, and decisions take shape. And just as stagnant water breeds disease, stagnant energy blocks abundance. In this video, I'm going to show you a practice that sounds almost too simple to work. But it does, again and again. Salt. Yes, ordinary salt. Placed in 5 specific locations of your home, it can absorb what's been holding you back. Financially, emotionally, energetically. If you feel like no matter how hard you try, money slips through your fingers. If opportunities disappear before you can grab them, stay with me until the end. Because the truth is, until you cleanse the space you live in, no strategy or hustle will truly stick. This is not about superstition. It's about aligning your environment with your highest intentions. And 2025 might just be the year everything shifts, if you're ready. Why salt isn't just salt? The ancient purifier of prosperity. There's a reason why monks scatter salt at temple gates. Why salt is buried in the corners of sacred grounds. And why in almost every ancient tradition, from Buddhist monasteries in the East to indigenous healers in the West, salt is treated with a reverence far beyond the kitchen. Because salt does something we often overlook in the modern world. It clears what the eye cannot see. We live in homes filled with stories. Some are our own. Some we've inherited. Stress lingers. Regret echoes. Financial worry. It settles like dust in the corners. Over time, the air feels heavy, not because it's dirty, but because it remembers. In Buddhist teachings, the mind and environment mirror each other. A cluttered space reflects a cluttered mind. And a cluttered mind, no matter how hardworking or ambitious, repels abundance because it operates from a place of contraction, not openness. This is where salt becomes more than just mineral. It becomes medicine. Physically, salt absorbs moisture and impurities, purifying the air and neutralizing toxins. Spiritually, it absorbs stagnant energy, the kind that silently sabotages your finances before you even realize it. But here's the part most people miss. It's not the salt alone. It's your intention. Without awareness, placing salt in your home is no different than putting a rock on the floor. But when you place it with clarity, with reverence, and with the intention to invite flow, you are no longer cleaning your house. You are resetting your life. The Buddha once said, "There's no path to happiness. Happiness is the path." In the same way, money doesn't arrive just because you chase it. It arrives when the soil is ready, when the energy is clear, and when your inner and outer worlds align. And salt, though humble, is one of the most powerful tools to begin that alignment. So before we talk about where to place it, ask yourself, what energy lives in your home right now? Is it light, open, ready for wealth to enter? Because if not, salt may be the simplest key to unlocking what's been waiting for you all along. 1. The entrance, where wealth knocks first. The doorway to your home is more than wood, hinges, and a welcome mat. It is the energetic mouth of your house. Every person, every thought, every opportunity that enters your life must first pass through this threshold. And yet, we rarely pay attention to it. In Buddhist temples, monks scatter salt at the entrances, not for decoration, but for protection and purification. It's a way of saying, let what is pure enter. Let what no longer serves be dissolved. According to Buddhist and feng shui principles, the front door governs the flow of all incoming energy, including financial energy. When this space is blocked, cluttered, or energetically heavy, it creates friction, not just in how your house feels, but in how opportunities reach you. Wealth may come knocking, but it doesn't walk in. So what can you do? It starts with intention and a handful of salt. Here's a simple yet powerful practice. Place a small dish of sea salt near your front entrance. You can also sprinkle a thin line of salt across the threshold, almost like drawing a sacred boundary. For added depth, put a few grains of rock salt in the corners of your entryway to trap and transmute stagnant energy. But don't just do it mechanically. As you place the salt, speak softly, not to the world, but to the energy around you. Say something like, I welcome prosperity. My home is open to flow. My door is open to abundance. And then, watch. Sarah, a single mother from Portland, Oregon, once felt like her paycheck vanished before it even arrived. Debt piled up. Unexpected bills appeared like clockwork. No matter how hard she worked, she couldn't get ahead. Desperate but open, she tried the salt ritual. Skeptical but willing, she sprinkled the salt, whispered her intention, and let it be. Within weeks, an old job application resurfaced, with a better offer than she'd imagined. A forgotten debt was suddenly repaid. And most noticeably, the air in her home felt lighter, as if some unseen weight had lifted. She hadn't changed her job. She hadn't won the lottery. She had simply cleared the path. And that's the real secret. Prosperity doesn't need to be forced. It needs to be invited. And the front door is where the invitation begins. 2. The wealth corner, where abundance settles and grows. Every home has a heartbeat. And in feng shui, that heartbeat has a direction, the southeast. This corner of your living space is known as the wealth sector, the energetic center of financial stability, prosperity, and long-term growth. But what happens when that corner is filled with clutter? Old receipts, forgotten boxes, dusty furniture no one touches anymore. Simple. The energy of wealth gets blocked. It's like planting seeds in dry, cracked soil and wondering why nothing grows. In Buddhist thought, wealth isn't merely material. It is the natural result of right conditions, clear intention, skillful action, and a mind free of greed. But the outer world reflects the inner world. And if the space designed to house prosperity is neglected, your finances may start mirroring that same neglect. So let's change that, one bowl of salt at a time. Here's what to do. Go to the southeast corner of your home or workspace. Start by clearing out anything that no longer serves you. Papers, unused objects, emotional residue hidden in physical form. Then, place a clean bowl of sea salt in that space. For deeper symbolism, add a few gold coins or a small jade stone, both long revered in Buddhist and Chinese traditions as symbols of abundance and financial clarity. But again, don't just place them. Infuse the act with presence. Say aloud, or in your heart, wealth flows into my life with ease. I am grounded in prosperity. Let it be a ritual, not a routine. That's exactly what Daniel, an entrepreneur from San Diego, did. His business was like a roller coaster, booming one month, collapsing the next. Burnt out and searching for stability, he stumbled upon the idea of the wealth corner. He cleared the space, placed the salt, added gold coins, and with a quiet heart, made his affirmation. He didn't expect miracles. But within weeks, clients who'd gone silent reached out. Projects long delayed suddenly moved forward. And most importantly, his anxiety around money eased. He felt rooted, not because of magic, but because his environment and his intention were finally speaking the same language. As the Buddha taught, our mind is the forerunner of all things. When your space reflects clarity, your finances begin to follow. So ask yourself, is your wealth corner ready to receive? Or is it still holding on to what no longer belongs? Because sometimes, prosperity doesn't need to be chased. It only needs to be welcomed. 3. The wallet or safe, where money learns how it's treated. How do you treat your money when no one's watching? Not the money in your bank account, but the cash in your wallet, the change in your drawer, the bills folded and forgotten. Because here's a truth we often overlook. Money is energy, and energy remembers how it's treated. In Buddhist philosophy, respect is not reserved for people. It's extended to all forms of life and flow. When you treat your possessions with care, you affirm your readiness to receive more. And your wallet, your most personal vault of financial energy, is where this relationship begins. So open your wallet. What do you see? Crumpled receipts? Expired coupons? Random clutter? If so, your money may be receiving the message. You're not valued here. That's why this next placement is less about space and more about symbolism. Here's how to reset the energy of your finances. Start by cleansing your wallet. Remove anything that doesn't belong. Torn notes, loose paper, broken cards. Then, place a tiny pouch of natural salt inside. It doesn't have to be visible, but it must be intentional. If you use a safe or a drawer for savings, place a small bowl of salt with a single coin nearby. The salt acts as a guardian. The coin, a symbol of infinite growth. Now, set your intention, not with pressure, but with presence. As you close your wallet or lock your safe, say softly, I honor my wealth. Money flows to me easily and stays with me wisely. Emily, a teacher from Denver, used to feel like her savings evaporated faster than she could plan. Car repairs, medical bills, life. She felt stuck in a loop of almost making it. Until one evening, she read a line in a Buddhist book. The way you tend to small things is the way you attract great things. That night, she cleaned her wallet like it was a sacred object. She tucked in a small pouch of salt. She placed a single coin in her savings drawer and whispered her wish, not for riches, but for peace with money. And slowly, things changed. Not overnight, but month by month. Her expenses stabilized. Unexpected refunds appeared. Small windfalls showed up when she needed them most. Even her spending habits shifted, not out of fear, but out of trust. Because money, like a relationship, responds to how it's held. So let me ask you this. What kind of relationship are you cultivating with your money? fearful, avoidant, or intentional, respectful, and open. Because sometimes the first step toward wealth is simply creating a space where it feels safe to stay. 4. The work desk, where effort meets energy. You can be talented. You can work tirelessly, ticking every task off your to-do list. But if your workspace is drained, scattered, or cluttered, your energy won't flow. And when energy doesn't flow, neither does money. Your work desk is not just a place where emails are sent and deadlines met. It is an altar of action, where thoughts become choices, choices become outcomes, and outcomes become the life you live. In Buddhist thought, every action carries energy. When we sit down to work with a clear space and a calm mind, we invite clarity, creativity, and yes, prosperity. So what's the energy of your desk right now? Is it supportive or suffocating? To turn your workspace into a magnet for opportunity, here's what you can do. First, declutter with compassion. Don't just toss things. Let go of what no longer supports your goals. Old invoices, broken pens, empty coffee cups, they hold more than dust. They carry the weight of unfinished stories. Next, place a small dish of sea salt in the corner of your desk, or tuck it inside a drawer you use daily. For extra support, many also use a Himalayan salt lamp, a gentle glow that purifies the air and calms the mind. But remember, salt alone doesn't shift your fate. Your presence does. As you place it, pause. Take a breath. Say quietly, "My work attracts abundance. Opportunities flow to me effortlessly. I create from clarity." That's exactly what Olivia, a freelance designer from Manchester, once did. She had the skills, the portfolio, the hustle, but inquiries were low. Contracts fell through. Her home office felt like a trap rather than a launch pad. One rainy afternoon, she'd had enough. She cleaned her desk like it was sacred ground, wiped it down, reorganized every drawer, placed a salt lamp beside her laptop, and with intention, whispered her affirmation into the quiet. Within weeks, the shift was undeniable. Old clients returned. New projects arrived with ease. She even landed a career-defining contract, one that not only stabilized her income but renewed her confidence. But the most profound change? She felt different, clear, focused, empowered, like her workspace was no longer a place of stress, but of strength. And maybe that's the deeper truth. When you cleanse your environment, you cleanse your energy. And when your energy is clean, success becomes a current you ride, not a mountain you climb. 5. The bathroom, where wealth quietly slips away. It's the most overlooked room in your home, and perhaps the most energetically dangerous. Because while you're washing your hands or brushing your teeth, something else might be happening beneath the surface. Your wealth may be slipping away, one flush at a time. Sounds strange. Ancient wisdom says otherwise. In many spiritual traditions, water is the symbol of wealth. It flows. It nourishes. It moves freely. But in the bathroom, water flows out, draining energy, pulling it down and away. That's why, in Feng Shui and Buddhist-informed practices, the bathroom is often seen as a leak point for financial energy. It's not superstition, it's symbolism. And symbolism matters more than we think. So how do we stop the silent drain? not by sealing the pipes, but by shifting the energy. Place a small dish of coarse salt near the sink, bathtub, or toilet. Salt, as we've learned, absorbs stagnant or excessive energy, anchoring the space so your wealth doesn't metaphorically spiral down the drain. For deeper balance, mix the salt with a few drops of essential oil, like lavender or patchouli, and place it in a jar near the entrance of the bathroom. Let the scent remind you, this is no longer just a restroom, it's a ritual space. That's what Marissa, a mother of 3 from the Philippines, discovered. Her family worked hard, really hard. But money always vanished. Medical bills, house repairs, school fees. It felt like prosperity came in the front door and disappeared out the back. One night, while researching Buddhist home rituals, she stumbled across this teaching. She thought it was silly, but something in her, some quiet intuition, nudged her to try. She placed the salt, whispered a prayer. Wealth stays with us. Prosperity flows but does not drain away. Then she let it go. Weeks passed. The shifts were subtle at first. Fewer surprise expenses, a calmness in her household. Then her husband received an unexpected raise. And for the first time in years, their savings account started to grow. They hadn't won the lottery. They had simply closed the leaks, physically and energetically. Because sometimes, the problem isn't that we don't have enough. It's that we haven't noticed where it's leaving. As the Buddha taught, what you are is what you have been. What you will be is what you do now. And right now, in the quiet corners of your home, you have the power to choose differently. The Buddhist affirmation ritual, where intention activates abundance. You've placed the salt. You've shifted your space. But without this next step, something vital is still missing. Because while salt clears the path, it is your mind that must walk it. In Buddhist practice, intention is everything. Even the smallest action, done with mindfulness, carries immeasurable power. And wealth in this tradition is not just about having, it's about aligning. Aligning your thoughts, your space, your energy, and your actions. This is where the affirmation ritual begins. And it takes less than 5 minutes. Step 1. Find stillness in space. Choose one of the 5 places where you've placed salt. The entrance, your wealth corner, your wallet, your desk, or the bathroom. Sit or stand quietly nearby. Let the noise of the day fall away. Step 2. Hold the salt with presence. Pick up a small amount of salt in your palm. Feel its texture, coarse, grounding, ancient. As you hold it, imagine it absorbing not just negativity, but your doubts, the fear, the scarcity, the stories you no longer wish to carry. Step 3. Speak your intention clearly. With eyes open or closed, say this slowly, aloud or within. My home, my mind, and my actions attract financial success. Repeat it as many times as feels right. Let the words sink into your body. Let them live there. Step 4. Place the salt with purpose. Now, return the salt to its place. Gently, deliberately. Imagine it as a magnet, drawing wealth, clearing paths, opening doors. Step 5. Close with gratitude. Pause. Breathe. Silently thank your current blessings, no matter how small. Gratitude, as the Buddha taught, is the multiplier of abundance. It tells the universe, I see what I have. I'm ready to receive more. This ritual is not magic. It's not a quick fix. It's a recalibration of energy, a way of telling your space and yourself, I am no longer chasing money. I am creating a home where it wants to stay. When done with awareness, this small practice becomes a gateway to clarity, to peace, and yes, to prosperity. So tonight, don't just clean your space, bless it. And in doing so, bless the future you're about to step into. Conclusion: where abundance begins with awareness. By now, you've seen what salt truly is. Not just a household staple, but a spiritual tool, a silent guardian, a purifier of space, and an activator of prosperity. You've learned where to place it. At your entrance, where wealth first arrives. In your wealth corner, where abundance roots itself. Near your wallet, where financial habits are born. By your workspace, where effort meets opportunity. And even in your bathroom, where money may quietly slip away. But more importantly, you've remembered something deeper. That your space is a reflection of your state. That your home holds your habits. And that with just a few mindful actions, you can shift from scarcity to flow, from hoping for wealth, to making space for it. As the Buddha reminds us, all that we are is the result of what we have thought. And now, your thoughts have become action. Your actions, ritual. Your rituals, alignment. So I invite you now, don't let this practice end here. Write in the comments, I claim wealth, abundance, and prosperity in my life in 2025. Yes, it's a comment, but it's also a declaration, a ripple in the energy field of your intention, a way to say, I'm not just watching, I'm choosing. If this message resonated with you, if you feel even a small shift in how you see your space, your finances, your future, then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another lesson rooted in Buddhist wisdom and real-world transformation. Because this journey isn't about luck, it's about awareness. And your next breakthrough may begin with a single bowl of salt, placed with intention. Thank you for watching. And remember, abundance doesn't begin outside of you. It begins within.